Hold on, I gotta set y'all up. Manders, why don't you wear your hair down more often? Anyway, I did my makeup today. Do we see it? Does it look okay? I haven't looked at it in a little bit, but I used my Twilight palette, my ColourPop Twilight palette that I got from the TikTok shop a long time ago. But I think I like this little combo. It's the shade Bella and the shade Prom Night. You like it? We're feeling good. I wanted to give a little bit of an update on everything that's been going on, and also talk about something crazy that happened with my finger, yo. Okay, so it might look gross. I promise I have some antibiotic ointment on it. That's why it's like shiny. But anyway, I have a couple things I wanted to update you guys on. Number one being, I got my CAQ. I did. I got my freaking CAQ, and I'm so excited and so happy. And also, I feel like it's taking me like a few days to really get or to really process it. We are done with a huge chunk that was definitely weighing on us. It was a huge source of anxiety. I've talked about it in my previous videos. So I won't go into depth about that because I've already talked about that, but I do want to talk about sort of how I'm feeling, because it is a crazy feeling. And there was a little bit of a blip. There was like a small blip, but basically we didn't provide the correct type of paperwork to prove our financial capacity. So it's not that we didn't have the financial capacity, it's that they needed a certain type of document, and we didn't provide that document. So we amended it. They gave us until like July something to send the updated documents. Of course, we did it as soon as we possibly could. It took like a week or so to coordinate some things with his financial advisor and whatnot. A lot of detailed, long story short items. But yeah, we got it. We did it. There's so many dandelions. It's crazy. He's so cute. He's out on a run again today. That's why we came out here. It's like the hottest it's been so far this year, and it's nice. We wanted to get some sun. So anyway, yeah, I gotta go back to the States and apply for my federal study permit there, and then wait, and then hopefully I'll get that. Classes start September 8th this year, and like in the fall. So I'm hoping to be back here early August. That would be great, because then I could be here for like a month or so and just get prepared. And I'm really proud of myself. I feel very confident about my ability to do the program and succeed and graduate. I don't think that's going to be a problem at all. Another big thing that happened over the last week or so was that I had like a really bad cuticle infection, guys. And so I've been biting my nails since I was a very small child. Like, since I can remember, I've always bit my nails. I chew the inside of my cheek, like I bite the inside of my cheek. And so, every so often I'll get like a little cuticle infection, and what that is essentially when you bite your cuticle too much on the side of your nail, and then it ends up getting infected. It'll get like a little bit like inflamed, a little bit red, and then for me it went away every single time in like 2 days. It was very mild each time, so I never really considered them to be that big of a deal, right? Y'all, it got so bad to the point where my finger was like bent, and I physically could not extend my finger out like this. I couldn't even bend it this way either, because it was so like the tip of my finger was so inflamed that I genuinely could not move my finger. It hurt so bad. I could feel every single like pulse of my heartbeat in my finger, and it got so bad to the point where like I was like sulking in bed, doing nothing but feeling the pain of my finger, and it was like shooting sharp pain, like up from the tip of my finger all the way up into my fucking elbow, y'all. It was so painful. So what I'm telling you is, if you bite your nails like I do, you have that like really bad habit, please make sure that you keep that shit clean. If you get like a bad cuticle, like you pull a cuticle that's pretty deep or whatever and it bleeds, please put some antiseptic on it. Like, please keep it clean, because this shit was not fun. It was not fun at all. So the only way that I have ever been able to stop biting my nails is to have acrylics that literally physically stop me from biting them. I've tried the anti-nail bite polish. I've tried fidget toys. I have tried like different types of, like, I've tried gum, like keeping my mouth busy, sunflower seeds, that kind of thing. But those things really aren't as reliable as acrylics. So I've realized that I just need to start getting my nails done again and suck it up and pay for it, because I stopped doing it because I wanted to save some money, right? But it's also one of those things that, because it feels so necessary to me, and it also makes me feel very, you know, pretty and put together, and I'm going to be going back to school soon, I felt like, you know, it's a valid purchase. I can fit it in the budget. But yeah, I am feeling good. I'm feeling good about my future. I feel a little bit more secure knowing that I have my CAQ, knowing like when I drive back down to the States, it's not driving back having no CAQ and not knowing what we're gonna do, you know what I mean? So it's just, I just feel like a huge weight has been lifted off of me, to be honest. Follow your dreams, guys. Seriously, just go for it. Even if you're scared, just do it. It's genuinely something that, like, in the grand scheme of things, when you look back on your life, like when you're old and you look back on your life, do you want to have to admit that you never went for something because you were too scared to? Or do you want to look back and be like, damn, I went for that shit and I got it? Or even, I went for that shit and I may not have gotten it, but I still had the courage to go for stuff, to go for it. Nobody wants to be old and have to look back on their life and admit that they were too scared to try. So that's really what I'm focused on, and that honestly is what got me through. And you know, if I have kids someday, I'd like to be able to tell them the story of, you know, me moving to another country, you know, theoretically for them, to make sure that they had a better life if they were to have existed in the future, you know. Yeah, it just feels nice to go for something and get it and have all of these open doors, one after the other. It just feels very universally aligned. I feel very taken care of by something, somewhere. I may not know what exactly it is, but it just feels right and it feels good. So, look at him. How was it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Rate your run 1 out of 10.
10
being the best thing you've ever done in your life.
7 to 8 out of 10. It was a pretty good run, except I started getting a pretty big cramp, so I cut it a little bit short. But I'm proud of myself. I did good exercise. I did almost 3 kilometers still. I had a pretty decent fast pace, so it was nice. It was nice. 8 out of 10.
I'm proud of you. I feel like I'm sort of over the fear of filming in front of people, because, like, who cares, dude? Who cares? Nobody cares. That's a fly. Hey, little guy. You have anything to say? Y'all see it? Ah! But anyway. The fly is so overstimulating. There's one fly that keeps landing on me, but I'm glad it's not a wasp. Alright, let me find some flowers for y'all.
But that was a nice shot.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My hair's sticking to my lip gloss. Look how pretty these are. They're so fluffy. This one's completely empty. I'm gonna let the wind do its thing. Some people actually don't know this, but these little fluff balls are actually made up of like a shit ton of these tiny eensy weensy little seeds that have these little fluff things on it, and what it is it helps it flow in the wind, and the seeds flow off and get replanted elsewhere, and that's how you end up with like a whole field of flowers like this, because it is they're everywhere. It literally looks like snow sometimes. This is my partner Mihai.
What up, guys?
Isn't he cute? You want to wish for something with me?
Okay, but I can't say it out loud or else it's not gonna come true.
Okay, I won't say mine either.
I got it.
Okay.
You got yours?
Yeah.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Well, this shit ain't coming true.
We suck at blowing.
Hey, let me turn it. Let me turn it around. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
I just pat everywhere. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
These things are holding on.
This thing wasn't ready to be blown.
Yeah, it wasn't. The other one was, because I picked one, and then by the time I got back here, it was empty.
Oh.
So we'll just say that it was that one that I was holding.
Listen, our wish is still gonna come true.
It will. This one's still holding on. Damn. Well, anyway, thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna go back upstairs because this is hot out here. I'm not gonna lie. If you needed to see outdoors today, here you go. If you're stuck in an office watching this on your lunch break, here you go. I love flowers. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go. I'm just sitting here playing around now.